I always get comments on vocal mixing. How do I mix vocals? How to make the vocal mixing sound better? How do I remove noise from vocals? These are the common comments that I always get. And I thought, why not I make a video on this and show the mixing process on a vocals from start to finish? So if that's what you want to learn, then this is the right video for you. We are going to learn to mix vocals from scratch. And I have recorded a song with my own vocals. The song is called All Too Well by Taylor Swift. And we're going to look at this song and see how we're going to mix these vocals from scratch. So let's get going.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow. And I left my scarf there at your sister's house, and you still got it in your drawer even now.
I did record this with proper gain staging, so my levels are good on my vocals. And I did add a little bit of reverb while I was recording, just so that I'll be able to perform well and it sounds good while I'm performing. Piano was played by me on a MIDI, and that's just converted into audio. So now, normally when I get a vocal track, the first thing I tend to do is bounce it even without any of these effects. I'm going to turn off all these effects that I have, and we're going to particularly focus on the lead vocal in this. So I will solo the lead vocal, make sure my cycle is in the right place, and then I'm going to export it. I'm not going to bounce the track. I'm just going to export it so that it exports as a mono track. I don't want it to be a stereo right now. So go to File, Export one track as audio file. Save it in your location. Make sure the range is export cycle range only, and then normalize is turned off. And just make sure you save it in the right place. So I'm gonna rename, okay, so it's audio 3. I'm just gonna keep it like that, and I'm gonna save it in my location. Now, I have RX opened right now. This is a noise removal plugin from Isotope, which has all these things that you see on the right side: de-explosive, deplosive, de-reverb, de-rustle, de-wind, and all these things. So we're going to first narrow it down to our lead vocal and see if there are any clip sounds or like pop noises that we need to remove. So I'm going to go to my location, and I'm going to drag and drop it inside RX. So I'm just going to do that. Now, this is the window I get. Now is the most fun part. So we're going to kind of really zoom in, play it from here, and kind of listen to any noises that the track has. And if we find any, we're going to kind of deal with it. So I'm going to show you how exactly I do it.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold.
Okay, I'll do that again. So in the beginning, you hear a tiny click sound. So I'm going to remove that. So just highlight it like this by clicking and dragging. And on the right side, I have D-click. Or in fact, I have something even better. I have mouth D-click. I'm going to select that. And I'm going to preview it and see. So it actually removes that. So I'm going to click render. And actually, if you see now, the waveform that was there, now it's gone. So let's listen and see.
I walked through the door with you.
Okay, so this part. I feel like the breath sound there was quite high. So I want to kind of control it. So highlight, and let's go to deep breath. So I have breath control, and I'm going to first set my target level a little, less, because I don't want it to totally eliminate. Yeah.
Through the door with you.
Okay, let's render that. So now,
you.
That's what I need. So let's play from here.
Walked through the door with you. The air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow. And
okay, lot of click sounds. We'll particularly narrow it down to this part.
And
that one. So I'm going to zoom it in just to have a clearer idea, and just highlight this part. Go back to mouth D-click, render it. Let's see. No. So do you see it became a gap right now? I don't want that to happen. So let's increase it. So There are some places where it might sound a little weird because the vocal is also kind of passing through it. So just be careful on what you do. So I'm going to try using the regular D click to this, and let's see how that comes out.
Somehow and I'm
going to do it same here as well. Let's see now.
how and I
Definitely the click is reduced.
how and I
So let's continue.
left my scarf
So the breath sound that came up,
like home somehow and I
and then I think it comes.
left
You see this big breath sound. So I want that to be little tamed once again. Let's see.
and I left my scarf and I left my scarf
Render that. So now let's listen and see. It's going to be much more tamed down.
and I left my scarf there at your sister's house and you still got it in your drawer even now.
So of course there are some like pitch errors and all that. So I'm just going to check it once again. And this is going to take a while. So this is just going to be fast forwarded. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to export this. So I go to File, Export, save it in my location once again. So now I'm going to add a new audio track, which is what we've just fixed over here. Yeah, that should be where it's going to come. And I'm going to mute this. So I'm going to just press Control M to mute that. Why do we even need to see it? So I'm going to hide it away. And yep, we have a track which is like noise and all, everything is fixed right now. But we still need to fix the pitch at some places. So I'm going to use Melodyne. And this is how you use it. So when you actually want to transfer it inside, you need to click transfer and then let the track play. And then only you can make your changes. So click transfer. Okay, so if you see, my timing wasn't exactly right. So I'm going to just go ahead and fix that a little bit. So my track actually starts here, right? And not here. So that's because you see my cycle. It started from the fourth bar, but then I kept it at the different positions. I'm going to remove the Melodyne, place it back, and I'm going to click transfer, play it all together.
I walked through the door with you. It was cold.
Wait for a while till it finishes.
Something about it felt like home somehow, and I left my scarf there at your sister's house and you still got it.
And once that's done, this is what you'll get. I'm sure you heard the harmonies in it, but then the harmonies are right here. I'm going to process that later on. So let's start doing our Melodyne processor.
I walked through the door with you.
So this is how we're going to fix everything, all these pitch problems in Melodyne. Only the notes that sound weird, okay? Not everything. You don't need to check everything. And here, I sang it a little, more shakier voice. So I'm going to use the second tool, pitch modulation. Click and drag it down. Let's listen to it now and see.
I walked through the door with you. It was cold, but something about it felt like home.
So here also something is wrong.
It was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow, and I left my scarf there at your sister's house.
Okay, so there's clearly something wrong here.
Left my scarf there at your sister's house.
So there, gonna try this as well as choose the first icon. While pressing Option, click and drag it up a bit. Let's see if that fixes that.
And I left my scarf there at your sister's house and I left my scarf there at your sister's house and you still got it in your drawer.
So
at your sister's house and you still got it in your drawer even now.
Okay, so there's a little bit of shakiness here as well. I'm going to try to do that, but I want to make sure the previous MIDI note and this MIDI note kind of, gradually goes up. So right click, click pitch tool. You see these yellow lines. Go to the origin of that yellow line, so the cursor changes into an X. Now click and drag it up so it's much more gradual.
You still got it in your drawer, even now.
Much better, but I'm going to make it more clear. So I'm going to choose a note separation, double click, and I'm going to make this part correct. So let's see.
In your drawer, even now.
Much better. So I'm going to do that for the entire track, and I'm going to meet you right after that.
We sweet decision. We sweet decision. We decision. We sweet decision. We sweet decision. We sweet decision. My wide gaze. Singing. We decision. My wide gaze. Singing in the car, getting lost of state. Autumn leaves fall down like a piece in place. I can picture it after all these days.
Okay, so this part, again, I'm going to kind of cut it and then tame it a bit. Yeah, that should do.
I can picture it after all these days, and I know it's long. All these days, and I know it's where I was there. I remember it all too well.
Okay, so usually after I do Melodyne, you have a lot of complications when you continue to processing right under Melodyne, because if you make a change on the track that you see here, like let's say you remove the track. So if I cut this, that doesn't mean the track is cut. See,
Upstate, autumn leaves falling down.
I'm
like
still singing.
pieces in.
So from where is it singing? It's because it's inside Melodyne. So actually no longer, like no matter what you do here, it doesn't matter because the track is here. And that kind of hinders the flexibility that you have on a vocal track, right? I don't like to deal it like that. So what I like to do is bounce it in place and kind of work on the processing after that. So I am going to press Control B and I'm going to do voice, Melodyne, and noise fixed. And then leave it muted, all these things similar to what I've done. And then I just press OK. So now, like I get a new track that's got like, you know, like everything is done on it. Like it doesn't have any pitch errors or any noise problem in it. So now I can work with it like as usual, what I would, you know, put plugins on it. So that's what I usually do. So this is a track we have.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold.
And obviously you're going to hear it a bit louder because like I said, even though you mute it, it's like Melodyne is still there. So I'm going to turn it off, okay? Just remember to do all that and then you can hide the track from view, okay? So now it's going to be fine.
I walked through the door
That's
with
all.
you. The air was cold.
So I'm going to cycle this part because I have like continuous vocals coming through it. And let's start mixing. So I'm going to use Pro Q3, one of my favorite EQs.
Oh, your sweetest precision. Upstate, autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days. And I know it's long gone, and that magic's not here no more. And I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstairs.
Now, Pro Q3 is just used to, you know, I'm like kind of eliminating all that low end that you don't need. And then this boxiness on that vocals. I don't want that. And I want clarity, so I push this up.
Oh, your sweetest precision.
But I also need a little bit of saturation to it. So for that reason, I'm going to use an SSL EQ. I love this EQ because it just saturates the vocals like anything. So I'm going to try saturating a bit around 8K. 8K is something I always like. So, okay, yeah, let's just choose it here. So 8 kilohertz and I'm going to push it high.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze.
I'll just show you a difference. This is without the plugin.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate.
Balance it out.
Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days. And I know it's long gone, and that magic's not here no more. And I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost. 'Cause there we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red 'cause you were looking over me. Wind in my hair, I was there.
One thing that I want to stress on in mixing is that you need to mix it in context with the song. If you see what I was doing right now, I wasn't soloing the vocal track and I was doing it like I always set my limits based on piano and every other track that's in the song. Even though the other two tracks are not mixed, I'm kind of always mixing it in context. And that's something really important in mixing. When you don't do that, you kind of lose perspective, and maybe your vocals is going to sound good when it is played alone. But in context with the song, it's going to sound bad because you did not mix it in context. You added a ton of reverb maybe on the vocal track that it sounds good by itself, but it sounds terrible when you add all the other instruments which has its own reverb. So that's the reason why mixing with context is important. So now,
'Cause there we are again on that little town street.
sounds rich.
You almost ran the red 'cause you.
Let's use a compressor now. Again, one of my favorite compressors, Pro C2, and I'm going to choose vocal on this.
'Cause there we are again on that little.
I'm going to use a De-esser now, and let's see now.
Oh, you sweetest precision.
Listen to the S sounds only. That's like a lot, okay. So I'm going to remove all that.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze.
Let's push it very high.
Oh, your sweetest precision.
Now it's like very clear that the S is gone, but then that's not what we want. I want it to reduce and not remove.
Oh, your sweetest precision.
That's what we need.
My wide-eyed gaze. After all these days, and I know it's
another saturation plugin just to give a little bit more sparkle. I'm going to use Saturn.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze.
So it adds a lot of sparkle to it. See, I'll solo it in play. So this is without the saturation.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost.
So that high end is kind of saturated right now. Now let's experiment with reverb. So I'm going to put bus track, and I already have actually something on this, which is Valhalla Vintage Verb, but it's on vocal plate. Let's see how it sounds right now.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days.
So I like to do a low cut always on the reverb because I don't want those lows to come back up after I've cut it on the Pro Q3. So I'm going to cut it around 80 or something.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car,
I'm going to add another bus track, and I need a very short-lived thick reverb. So I'm going to try it on Space Designer, and let's see how that comes up.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it
Okay.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. Autumn leaves fall. Oh, your sweetest precision, my...
Okay, I'm gonna try something above Valhalla Vintage Verb, and that's a stereo delay plugin.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days.
Here's a trick that I like to do again on a delay bus track. I like how the delay is, but I don't want it to constantly come. I want it to kind of duck down when the vocal is coming in and kind of come up when the vocal doesn't come. So I'm going to use a compressor to sidechain it. So using a compressor is going to really kind of dynamically make the track coherent. So I'm going to go to the sidechain button, audio, and choose voice, Melodyne. That's the track that we worked with, right? So choose that and then duck it down a bit.
Oh, your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days. And I know it's long gone and...
Okay, so right now what I am going to do is just copy this and I'm gonna use it here. Not the right way to mix the backing vocals, but just, to kind of give them both the same feel to it. So we'll see.
Oh, you sweetest precision, you almost ran the red, 'cause you were looking over me. Wind in my hair, I was there, I remember it all too well. There we are again on that little town street.
I'm going to use a brighter reverb for the lead vocal, just a little bit to get some brightness in it. So Valhalla Shimmer is really good for that.
There we are again on that. There we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red, 'cause you were looking over me. Wind in my hair, I was there, I remember it all too well.
Okay, let's play from the beginning.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold.
Okay, we're going to listen to the track from the beginning till the end, and we're going to listen to it once without mixing and once with mixing. And remember, we have mixed the lead vocal, backing vocal. Yes, we've done it. Not intentional to mixing backing vocals, just so that it sits well with the lead vocal. That's what we've done right now. Our main focus is on the lead vocal. So we're going to listen to it once without any of these plugins and then once with all the plugins.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow. And I left my scarf there at your sister's house, and you still got it in your drawer even now.
Let's turn everything on and listen to the song fully.
I walked through the door with you. The air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow. And I left my scarf there at your sister's house, and you still got it in your drawer even now. your sweetest precision, my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days. And I know it's long gone, and that magic's not here no more. And I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. 'Cause there we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red 'cause you were looking over me. Wind in my hair, I was there, I remember it all too well.
So that's how you can actually change a raw vocal track into something that sounds professional and right for the song. We never overdid anything. It was all simple changes that we did, but it really sat well with the song, right? And although I did not give a lot of concentration on the backing vocal, I could have done a different EQ and all that. But right now, when I just copy pasted and I tried to do this, it sounds really good, right? So imagine if you actually EQ it the right way for the frequency that you sang the harmonies on. Like I've done alto for this. So I need to carve the frequencies based on that. When all that is done, it's going to sound really cool. But this is the start for mixing. This is how I would approach a track. And this is my vocals. I'm not a great singer, but then I wanted to do this to make sure that a lot of people will understand what's going through a vocal mixing track, and it'll just help you to have a start in vocal mixing. So if you found this useful, don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel. I'm Florina Jane, otherwise known as Flow of Music. And tell me how the song sounds. Do I sound good, or do you want me to make a complete version of this song? Comment that also below and I'll be happy to make this song complete. So if you have any other ideas in your mind, don't forget to comment as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.